Well, Sanford's have been involved from the start, which is approximately 2 years ago, of precision harvesting. And we've actually been actively trialling the net on our vessel for the last 6 to 8 months. We've got a long way to go, but we're starting to eliminate bycatch, returning fish, especially small snapper, back to the sea alive. You notice the attitude of the crew. When this fish comes on deck, because it's so lively, they're treating it with much more respect. Now it's just a mental attitude, complete mental change from the crew. Yeah, I mean, the live fish is simple. We can do it. This net does it now very well. This is not a problem there. This type of fishing, actually, they come on board in very high quality. Presentation of the fish is great. The shelf life's increased by days. So there's very few drawbacks. Our old type of net, there was some crushing. We were catching fish we didn't want. I will admit that when I first started trialling, I was a total sceptic, thinking this is just a load of rubbish. But I've completely changed my mind.
Trying to maintain quality on board is really the hardest thing, because the gear's landing perfect fish. The fishermen, they're really excited about it. The fish is coming up so lively that the fish splash around and they actually can't see what they're doing. They have to wear goggles. Sustainable benefits that we can extract from this new system is incredible. Being able to see small juvenile fish swim away and live to fight another day is fantastic. I see it as a must coming into the industry and replacing old trawl technology. We're going to see better stock recruitment, better stock in the water. It's going to be better for everyone. It's fantastic.
How do I know that we're actually got something new and unique and that we're doing something different? And I know that by looking at the crews. When we first came out with a concept to the crews, they were quite sceptical about what things are, but when we talk to them now, when we see the reactions to them, we know we're onto something, because we can convince them that we're doing a good thing. What we're actually finding now is that some of the fish that's coming up, the crew are struggling to understand them because they're not what they expect. The colours are different. Alfonsino is a good example. We expect it to be nice, bright orange-red, but when it comes up, it's got a different colour in it than we normally see when it comes up in this gear. The fish that we're seeing in the factory is different as well, and the people in the factory are telling that. So we know that we're landing different fish. It's now about how we take advantage of that. Our obvious next step is to move on to a factory vessel. We will see the difference immediately. We will see it through our cascade. We'll see it through the length of time that we can run a specific product for before we have to downgrade the product. So, in my opinion, that is the next logical step for Sealord, and that is one that I'm really looking forward to.
There's issues still that need working through with this gear, although we have seen some major advances in the last 12 months. One of the issues we had initially was with stickers. There was more than 50% of what was landed on board was plucked out of the meshes just on the forward side of the new cottings. That issue has been worked through, and now we're down to about 2%. Initially, it's the quality of the fish that comes out of this new system is improved, and everyone can see that. The scientists were able to take some fish and keep them alive. The colours of the fish are all still there. You get the nice bronzy colours through the hoki that you just don't see when they come up in the traditional harvest methods.
The big difference for us will be on our hoki, where we catch around 50,000 tonnes. We believe the technology will add value. My numbers are about $100 a green weight tonne for every green weight tonne of hoki that we process. It will mean quite substantial differences to our fleet in terms of, in particular, the way we handle fish and the way we need to preserve the value of the fish on board the vessels. We're a very small boutique fishery with perhaps 400,000 tonnes of deep water species. Globally, there may be 6 million or 10 million tonnes of ground fish. When you think about and projecting out, it is easy to believe that sooner or later it could have application through a far wider percentage of the trawling that takes place currently.